Hello, YouTube. It's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome to my first DVD update of the month of August. Yep, I got a huge pile of stuff here that I've been collecting for the last couple months, and since pretty much like late June, and I'm going to show them to you guys. Well, pretty much, yeah. Well, I've shown this one already, and this one too. So sorry about these. You've already seen these. This is Unbreakable, Grind, and Surrogates. You've seen those already, so I'll just put them down here for now. Okay, now let's get to the real new stuff. First, I got this on Blu-ray. I got 2 Blu-rays, so that's more than I had last time, which was none. I didn't have any Blu-rays, but I wanted to buy more Blu-rays because I have 78, I believe. Last time I had 76. This is number 76. This one's 78, 77, and the one I'm getting in the mail will be 78 when I get that soon. But it's Jet Li's Fearless, director's cut. A film by Ronnie Yu. It's basically an Asian film, subtitled and everything. And it has like 3 cuts of the movie, I believe. 2 or 3 cuts. It has the theatrical cut, the director's cut, and I think the unrated cut. Yeah, so I'm probably going to see the theatrical cut first because the director's cut is 2 hours and 21 minutes. That's a long cut. I rather see the shortest cut of the movie first, then I see the long cut, because I did that with The Abyss. I saw the theatrical cut first. I still haven't seen the extended cut, but no matter what, I think it's going to be a winner. You know, Jet Li's awesome. He's a great martial artist, a very underrated actor too. I love him in The Expendables, the first one. The second one he was underused. Third one, yeah. But anyway, this is one of his films from overseas, from the 2000s, and I'm going to check it out. Next, Don't Laugh at Me. I know this is a Disney movie. It's very cute, and it's mostly targeted at girls, but I still enjoy this for a prequel to Peter Pan, and that is Tinkerbell and the Lost Treasure, the best of the series so far that I've seen. This is a very beautifully animated Disney film, and I can say that with all the Tinkerbell movies I've seen. The first one, and The Great Fairy Rescue, and my second favorite, which is Secret of the Wings. It's basically Frozen with fairies. It's a beautiful animated movie. I love the animation. Pirate Fairy was decent. I haven't seen Never Beast yet, though, so I need to get to that one. But this is a fun little franchise. I prefer this more than Descendants. I'm sorry, uh, Josh. I'm not a fan of that. The singing and dancing gets on my nerves, and I don't like China McClain in the sequel. So I've lost love for her. But here, it's not a musical. There's some songs in it, but in the background, it's all about the animation and the character. And I love Mae Whitman's voice. They gave Tinkerbell a beautiful voice. The other girls are good. Raven does a voice. Lucy Liu, and a bunch of others. And in Secret of the Wings, you have Lucy Hale. And you know how I feel about her. Yum. Anyway, this is the best sequel, I think. Lost Treasure, where Tinkerbell breaks that little blue jewel, and she has to fix it with her friend Terrence, who's voiced by Jesse McCartney. Yeah, it's a good movie, and I'm glad I got this in the Disney Rewards. Thank you, Disney. See, good Disney stuff. Not that bullshit Star Wars that we get every year. But enough of that. I digress. Next, I got this for 90 cents. I'm not bullshitting you. I got 3 of these movies for 90 cents. And I never thought that Toys R Us would ever have DVDs that cheap. But hey, I went for it. I said, this is awesome. And I got a couple films. I got this one, which I've seen already. It's an okay film. I like it for the lead actress. Taking 5. Daniella Monet, that's the one I love. I think she's awesome. Alana Tal, not really there. The boy band, they're there. You know, they're not the worst thing ever. I think One Direction was way worse. I think the Vamps are worse. I think freaking whatever other boy bands we got now, they're just way worse. Here, this was like in the late mid 2000s. And I only watched this movie because of Daniella, because she's beautiful. This is when she was a teen. Christy Carlson Romano's in it in a kind of a useless role. You got Marcus T. Polk and Bart Johnson from the High School Musical films. And the music is all right. I don't mind it. It's an okay film. I'm glad I got it for 90 cents. Pay for Daniela? Yes, sir. Next, Don't Laugh at Me Again. I know I've hated Twilight, okay? I hate like 4 out of 5 of those movies. They're horribly written. They're boring as hell. And the only one I got enjoyment out of was the 5th one. The last one, because it made me laugh my ass off. And I want to review it for this month. This is one of those spin-offs that came out, like, one of these knockoff Twilight films. And I know I've heard terrible things on this movie. I don't like the leads in it, but I want to give it a chance. And that is The Mortal Instrument City of Bones. I got it for 90 cents. I know this is not going to be a great film. I know that it's not Hunger Games. I love those movies to death, especially the second one. This was not a huge franchise because the movie failed at the box office. So I just want to see some decent action. And it's got a, and Josh, get a load of this. It's got a music video, Almost Is Never Enough, by Ariana Grande. Oh my God, that woman is. Why wasn't she Clary in this movie? If Ariana was in this movie, I would have seen it 10 times. She's beautiful. I love her voice. I think she's, the sweet essence of aura of life that I love to see on screen, and no matter what. But Lily Collins, I just don't care for her. Abduction, she was horrible. And she was supposed to be in the Evil Dead remake, and she backed out for reasons. And I don't like her recent, artsy fartsy flicks that she's done. But I might get some laughs out of this. I've heard it has some decent action. I heard the TV show isn't horrible. Shadowhunters, which is it's a TV show spin-off of this. More exciting than Hunger Games, no, but I hope it's at least watchable. That's what I'm hoping for. Twilight was horrible, and I don't want any more of those, but we'll see. And if it's not good, at least I tried. I'm gonna get through this. It's how long is it? 2 hours and 10 minutes. If I got through The Force Awakens and Rogue One, I think I can get through this. Believe me. I'm probably gonna laugh at how stupid the love triangle rectangle is. But hey, like I said, it was 90 cents. It didn't cost me an arm and a leg. Next, I got a good romantic comedy I've heard of, and it's a one from the early 90s, I believe. And this is when the great actor Tom Hanks was doing comedy before he did those major dramatic roles like Forrest Gump and Apollo 13 and Philadelphia. The guy is a great actor. Just dramatic or comedic, the guy nails it every time. I've never seen this man give a bad performance. Sleepless in Seattle. Yeah, another romantic comedy. Hey, Hanks can act. I like Meg Ryan. She's a lot better than any of these British actresses we get today on Game of Thrones or these new Star Wars hybrids or freaking on the any other BBC shows. Or Doctor Who, the new Doctor Who. Knock on wood. I don't give a shit if the new Doctor Who's a woman. It doesn't matter to me. I'm a man. I'm sorry. I am a man. Something that's thrown to pander to a bunch of female feminazis is not for me. Sorry. I'd rather see the other 12 doctors that came before her than see that. But anyway, back to Sleepless in Seattle. I want to see it. It's 105 minutes, so it's not 2 hours. And I've heard great things. So at least it doesn't have Sandra Bullock. There, I said it. Next, I got this movie. This is a fun movie. It got shit on upon shit on from critics. It got destroyed by the public. It did pretty decent at the box office for the low budget. And I like this movie. I'm looking forward to the sequel whenever that's going to come out. Beyond Skyline. This is the First Skyline. I like this movie. I know a lot of people hate this movie. I like the cast. I like Eric Balfour. I think he's a good actor. I liked him in Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the remake. I like Donald Faison. I think Winsanity is a fun show. I like the directors actually did a good job with this. Unlike in Alien versus Predator Requiem, where it's so dark you can't see shit because of the freaking the studios. I blame the studio for that movie's failure, not the Strauss brothers. In this movie, the CGI and the effects and the characters, you can actually see them. Oh my God, it's a PG-13 sci-fi movie where I can see what's going on. And unlike the J.J. Abrams Star Trek movies, there are no lens flares. Yeah, suck it, J.J. Abrams. I'm always going to give you that because I want to see what's going on. I don't want in my eyes because then I can't see. I feel like I'm going blind. This movie doesn't have lens flares, at least not up the ass where every scene has lens flares. I think this is one scene right here with the guy's eye. And I like this film. It took chances. It did something different. It's an alien invasion movie. And unlike Independence Day 2, it's not some shitty remake of the first one. And it's only 94 minutes. It's a fun movie. I rented this at Blockbuster years ago. And I'm like, this movie is bad? No, it's not that bad. I've seen worse. I've seen alien movies where I was bored to death, like The Fifth Wave. And Rogue One. Yeah, has aliens. It counts. And freaking Jupiter Ascending. This is not Jupiter Ascending. I promise you. Josh, Sean, Parker, Anthony, if you have not seen this movie, give it a chance. It's $10 million that looks better than a lot of $200 million budget movies. It's fun. Turn your brain off, get some popcorn, get a water or a soda or a drink or whatever, and watch the movie and have a good time. I wish the best of the worst can review this. They would laugh their ass off. Rick Evans would be like, yeah, he would laugh his ass off for this movie. I guarantee it, because it's fun. That's my impression of Rich Evans from Best of the Worst, Red Letter Media. Anyway, this is another movie. I got this at Dollar Tree. Not expecting much. It's Little Matchmakers. Yeah, it's got an unknown cast. I'll probably see it. It's probably going to be a fun time. I mean, I'm not thrilled with the subject matter, but I'm going to still give it a chance. Now, this is an underrated sequel I love. That I watched this in a drive-in when I was 7. It's a film that keeps warm to my heart. I miss this actress that's in the movie, and may she rest in peace. Honey, I Blew Up the Kid. And Giant Entertainment, yeah, I saw this when I was a kid. I love this movie. It's a great sequel to the original. The original will always be the best, but I really enjoy the second one. And Marsha Strassman, that's the actress that played Diane, who I miss. I miss her like crazy. Rick Moranis, I miss you, man. I want you to come back in acting. I'm glad you didn't do Fembusters. That would have destroyed your career. Again, it would have just resurfaced and then, no. We don't need you in Fembusters 2. Just come back and do something funny. He's always been a good actor. Ghostbusters, Little Shop of Horrors, this movie, the first Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. I've always liked Rick Moranis. Even the Flintstones, I like him in that. Granted, his laugh is not as good as Stephen Baldwin's, but he still tried. And I've always liked him. I like the dog. I love the baby. The baby's very cute, and it's a fun Disney movie when Disney gave a shit about sequels. Last two, I got these I got one at Best Target for $4. The other I got at Stop and Shop for $5.99. This is for October. I want to watch this for Halloween. Insidious, the first one. I haven't seen any of the Insidious films. I know there's a fourth one coming out soon. I like the premise of the film. It's basically a kid. It says, yeah, it's from the makers of Paranormal Activity. That kind of gives me an eerie feeling, but I just hope it's scary. I hope the kid is good in the movie. It's got a decent cast. It's got Lynn Shay and Barbara Hershey and Patrick Wilson, Rose Byrne. I could take her or leave her. But I just hope that this is a good one. This is the first one, so it should give me some good scares for Halloween around that time. And last but not least, rest in peace, Paul Walker. I miss you, man. You will never be forgotten. And I got this just to prove it. Joyride and Joyride 2. I've seen the first one. I like the first one. It's really creepy for a thriller. Steve Zahn is great in it. Paul Walker, again, rest in peace. The only weakness in this movie is the girl, Lily Sobieski, because she's just there. She's like Julia Stiles. She does nothing for me. The sequel has some pretty decent cast members, too. You got Nick Zano, you got Nikki Acox, and you got a bunch of others, too. So... And yes, I know J.J. Abrams is based on characters by J.J. Abrams. Again, screw you, Abrams. The only thing you ever did was Mission Impossible 3. Everything else you've done, you've tampered with at least once. This movie, no, I'm going to give it a chance. And I like the first one, so I'm glad I have that. And the sequel should be some fun, direct-to-video fun. And like I said, once again, rest in peace, Paul Walker. I miss you, man. I miss you. Screw Fate of the Furious. That movie will never be as good as Joyride, or Furious 7, or Fast 6, or Fast 5, or the first one, which I haven't seen, but I see that face, and I'm like, that man gave us everything he had. Charlize Theron couldn't. That's why Atomic Blonde bombed. Ha ha! So there we go. Joyride 2. I got a lot of entertainment for the rest of summer, and some stuff for the fall, for like Insidious to see in October. So yes, I'm glad. I'm over the top. I know I had a long day of shopping and eating at Red Robin. It was awesome, by the way. I needed to recharge my batteries because yesterday was a very stressful day. But it's August. Here we go. Bring on the movie watching. And bring on Sharknado 5 this Sunday. I can't wait. I'm going to just laugh my ass off. So basically, guys, that's it. That's all the stuff I got. I'm going to show some more stuff in September.